More excitement. Will it be exciting? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. See how worked up we can get. Stu does 4-bet a bit, but guess we just bet again. Snap pulled over here. We got nut flush draw and a 3-bet pot. No real hands on him. Only 74 hands, so we will take that turn card though. I'm not going to say anything about the runoffs. We have the nuts, I guess. That's sort of all we should worry about. That's a cooler. Cool the fucking nuts off someone. Check call. It's all coolers anyway. They just happen to not have the. I mean, they have the effective nuts every hand, but that time we had the actual nuts, so not much they could do. This is interesting up here, though. Jack Queen. We probably don't call Jack Queen. Call pot size bet down here. Pot size lead. Now we go. Now we get another lead. Is this a 3-bet pot? Yes, it is. Okay. Do we jam this? Jeez. Nine, 10. A set of some sort. I have no idea. I'm gonna shove. I just have no idea. 9, 8. That's a good river. Hard to beat these guys. Hard to beat them unless you have the nuts. Been playing for literally 3 minutes, and we've had 2 3-bet pots where one we had the actual nuts, but he had second nut flush, and the next one, two pair. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So you just know what you're getting into before you play. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. I mean, the other one wasn't a very good river either. The other 4 straight for my hand, ace, queen, of spades. That was, you know, you don't really want the 4 straight river to roll off, but unfortunately that's all you're gonna get. So either accept it or don't. One of the two. I guess the jam is good. I thought it might be. Just worried that, you know, we're gonna run into a set. But guess we'll bet here, half pot. And we'll bluff river as well. I mean, he's not going to fold a pair. That's not the goal here. 3-4 suited. Get him to fold some ace highs and stuff. That would be the kind of point of that bet. Good runoff for 3-4 though. Running eights would be bet as good as you're gonna get, I would think. More 4 straight action up here. I mean, you can tell yourself this isn't common. Like, these runoffs aren't common. I can tell myself that as much as I want. I just can't. I guess I can't. I shouldn't believe my lying eyes, I suppose. Your lying eyes. Your eyes deceive you. None of this is happening. Bet. Just check folded a hand I shouldn't have. Just not even thinking about it. Do we ever bet king queen? Man, we have a lot of hands to bet. King queen probably not one of them. Probably don't check down too many worse hands than this though. By river, we'll do the block that never works. Worked that time. Nut flush draw. Wonder what jack we're gonna get. Jack of diamonds? Oh, no, the 9. Oh, over here we're getting ripped on. Okay. Oh, that's a good flop. Race queen. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Get in there. Get in there. We didn't hit over here either. There's another 4 straight. Not much we can do. Another 4 straight. Up here. Another 4 straight. Down here. Oh boy. Maybe. Nothing odd about this at all. I'm gonna 4 bet over here. I mean, I just feel sick. Been playing for 10 minutes. But we're gonna lose until we get down to it's just gonna go back to, it doesn't matter what happens. You've got no control over it. It's gonna go back to, it's happened every single time every single time. It's like clockwork. Not something I'm making up. Got the graph to show it. So it's just like it's got a memory of some sort. Keeps you right around that barely winning mark. It doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter what you do. So I mean, just look at that flop with the aces. Like that type of flop. Like, how is it never, like, from experience, when these all-in spots, it's always some kind of sweat. It's never like a deuce deuce 3 of hearts with, it's never. It literally is 1 in like 1,000 or something. Extremely, extremely rare. So I just folded another hand that I shouldn't have. I'm not even paying attention. Can't take it seriously on here. Unfortunately, I just can't. I can't take it seriously. Oh, well, nothing you can do. Keep playing, I guess. I ain't gonna be able to make it. I really ain't gonna be able to make it. Man, I've tried my hardest. Honestly, I have. Hard as I can try in the mind to explain what's going on, and I just can't explain it. It makes me not want to play. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Oh, it's bad. Bad. This is no way to live. No way to live. I'm gonna have to go get a job. Some sort. I ain't even trying to make that much money. I just a little bit. Can't get through it. I must be playing bad or something. Something's not adding up. Just I don't know what. I'm gonna 3-bet this too. He's stealing a lot. Do we ever 4-bet this? Sometimes. Probably not 60% though. Well, not that it fucking matters what you do, really. Boy. Guess we'll bet bigger here. Get a lead. Somehow. Absolutely nothing. Down here, we got this. We'll probably go with that on turn. I don't know if that's correct, but doesn't really matter. Anyway. This guy's never 3-bet before in 200 hands. His first one. I'm pretty good at that as well. Like getting 3-bet by people who never 3-bet. That other guy was 3-betting 1% over 400 hands in the ace jack one on the bottom left there. Three-bet all over the place. Where's the sets in these 3-bet pots? Where are they? Telling you could play for days and not have it not happen. Yeah. Days. Well. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm gonna quit again in a second. I ain't doing this. Ain't doing this. No. Can't. Gotta quit for good on here. I just have to. Something is afoot. I don't know what. Maybe just variance. Maybe that's how variance works, but I don't know. It doesn't work that way other places. I played there. Only problem is GG might not be beatable, so that's the only place I got to go. So I'm gonna be 15 ways with a set here. No one's even gonna have a fucking pair. That's how these usually work. Yep. It's amazing. Amazing. Any other time you got fish? It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Terrified in this spot. There's just no chance this comes down like 7 of clubs, 9 of hearts. There's just no chance. There's no chance. Hopefully he just folds. That would be the idea. I mean, there's just no chance. There's no chance. That's the worst turn in the deck. You pick a turn, that's the worst one in the deck. There is nothing worse than that. It's pointless to bet the river. We're chopping with every ace. What's the point? Pointless. Can't get a board that you can bet. Multiple streets on. Sit here for hours and not see it. It's fucking unbelievable. It really is. This guy's overbetting here. Yeah. Whatever. Getting in over here with sevens. There's the guy with $3 left has... The guy with 3 big blinds left had ace king, if you can believe that. We got another guy leading here. What's the river going to be here? Oh, perfect. That's what I was hoping for. Can we bet up here? Oh, he's just got jacks. Okay, limp call. Have jacks. Brutal. This dude over here just this is how I win hands right here. See this? This is how I win them. This guy's called flop, turn, and then river overbet with ace-9 offsuit. That's how I win hands. It's the only way I can win hands with any regularity is when stars has no impact on it. When stars is like, yep, their own ridiculousness, like no one can save them from that. There's no runoffs, there's no cards. Once the cards are out, that's it. Nobody can help them after that. It's the only way. It's gifts against the worst players in the world. The only way you can beat them is when they call you with absolutely nothing. It's unbelievable. It really is. It really is. Who can take this seriously? I can't. I can't. I'm just clicking buttons. I should just quit now because I know it's just, you know, I should just quit. Yeah, it doesn't matter about the clock. I'm quitting anyway. out of here. I mean, do you know how often you actually hit a, do you know how often this happens? I'm telling you, all you gotta do is watch the videos. Watch the VODs, and you'll see. It's very, very rare. Doesn't happen. Fuck. Get me out of here, somebody. Now we'll break even for about 80,000 hands, maybe slightly lose. Then we'll have another uptick for 20 buy-ins, and then do the whole thing, just repeat the whole thing over again. Over and over and over again. No, keeping it together is pointless. I can't do it. So, tried for how long now? Haven't been able to. Nobody would do it. There's no reasonable player on earth that would play like this. Any of the higher stakes people would never play this many hands in a pool where they thought they had an edge. They just wouldn't do it for this win rate. Nobody in the right mind would. They wouldn't do it. Nope. Well, we need a plan B. What's my plan B gonna be? I don't know what it is. Nothing, I guess. Just quit and do nothing. How many flops in the run of a week or a month, or how many can you miss? While watching everybody else smash them. Everybody around you just smash them. And you have to sit here and look at this. No. No. That might be variance at times, but I don't believe it's possible. You got it. The Stars runoffs are different than GG was. So you got to admit that. That's a fact. 100% fact. 100% confirmed that. Maybe it was just 70. Maybe it's just variance. Maybe 70,000 hands of variance. Get the don't lead here. Guess we'll call for our 4 straight or whatever the fuck. It's where the straight flush is already there. Nothing to... There's a random 2 pair. Pocket tens over here, we're going to have to fold, I would say. I'm going to shove over here before the board comes too bad. Did we win that hand? I didn't even say. I know we ran it twice. Yeah. Full house on first one, king on second one. Yeah. Days. It's been days. When's the last time you saw that happen? Yeah, we can just get like maybe 15 or 20 more. This session will be even for the day. Maybe. Three bet pot, call flop. Is our hand good enough to bet? I assume so. Down here we got this, whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, I should celebrate. I guess I should celebrate being celebrate making two pair and three bet pot one time. Making flush over flush one time, I guess. That's two. Still losing though. Running hot and losing. That's the problem. How the fuck is that even possible? Made more hands this session than I have, and you're just losing. It doesn't make sense. But, yeah. I'll have to add 10 minutes to the clock, I guess. Run hot and lose. Running hot this whole time. Three bet by more fucking nits. Alright, you win. Jacks, we'll bet. Now we smashed one. Here we go. Insert Queen of Spades, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. It's gonna be something bad, we know that. Hopefully he just folds. Alright, we get a brick on turn. Probably already beat then, right? Man, facing some poor bets today, I'll tell you that. I don't know what hand does this. But if he's got an overpair, he's going to win the pot. That's all I know. Or pocket sevens. He's going to win. He's got an overpair. May not normally play it that way, but I'm in don't give a fuck mode, so. And it's not a bad play anyway. Shouldn't be. Top pair, top kicker from those positions when check raise is just, you know, you basically lose to queens, kings, and aces, and you block aces, so he's got a billion combos of jacks, jack X. And on turn, I don't know what he's doing there with queens, but I don't necessarily expect someone to do that. It's People don't usually play ace jack the way I did there. Typically, they're more polarized to having sets or, you know, something like that. So, could be a bad play though, I guess. Could be. Fold over there. I mean, I'm not going to make that play against a nit. It's going to be an aggressive player like he was. Not just any. I mean, yeah. I mean, you go through 100,000 hands and see that twice, maybe. Good turn. Good turn. I'm done. I'll sit out again. Why not? Okay. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll continue. I don't know what for, but just nice. River reduce. Very nice. Another one down here. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Sweet check call with the Queen of Spades. Would be a horrible river, I would say, as rivers go. Gonna call anyway. Yeah, these are the people you can't beat. A donk lead for pot. How can you always be beat? Action. Little action spots. Oh, that one stings. That one stings a little bit. That one stings. I still think I've developed a twitch. I think I've developed a twitch here. That was a deep one too. That was 200 blinds, I think, to start the hand. It's 230 blinds to start the hand. That was a minute ago. It's a big pot. I'll show it to you. So, this one just happened. Open 230 blinds deep. And we get a call. We get that flop. We get a donk lead for pot. We get that turn. We get an overbet shove. We call it off. He has king jack of spades. He's donk pot on flop. Let's go back to the flop real quick. Donk pot on flop, turn, second pair. I ripped it in for 200 blinds, basically. So he's got king jack of spades. Donk and flop for pot. We call jack of diamonds. He turns second pair, rips it. King jack. You can't compete with this. I am done. That's enough stars for me. I can promise you that I'm done with stars. Promise, I promise, promise that this is it. So, that's the end of stars for me. I guess I gotta wait till I get my, I'll wait till I get my leaderboard payout, and then I'm moving on somewhere else. Don't know where exactly, but moving on somewhere else. GG, probably just gonna move to GG. I mean, we had ace queen suited jam against aces. I mean, that's not even the problem. Like, I don't even mind losing these ones. And then you got all the other stuff on top of it. Like, all the other, just, you know, running into the nuts every hand, and they can just win with any two cards. Like, it's not. And if you factor in the point, the coincidence that we're on a downswing again after being on an uptick, we're going to be on the equally as big downswing again. It's not adding up. I'm telling you right now. Finish drop anybody. It's not it's fucking, there's something wrong. I mean, there's something wrong. Like, this can't happen. It just can't. Statistically, you just go try and do it. It's unfortunate. I like the Star software and everything, but I can't do this. I cannot play here. Not like this. It's impossible. And we'll look at the graph. You're going to see it's just the trend of the graph. You can see it. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. We're on our way. Yeah, we're just going to end up even to slightly up for one big line. That's what's going to happen. So, I mean, that one is just crazy. Even got the diamond. Even got the diamonds. People, they just always beat. When you're not beat, they get there. When they're not getting there, it's cooler. When it's not a cooler, it's. And then the runoffs on top are all this. No, man. No. There's something totally off with this. It could be just variance. It could be just variance. You'd say, oh, it's just variance. But no. Not this many hands. That is so fucking unlikely. It's hard to even put into words. So frustrating. Have to go through this every day. Man. Gonna have to move. Gonna have to go back to GG where you can't beat the rake and make no money there also. Screwed. Anyway you want to slice it. Screwed. 230 blinds. How do they do that? It's just always, no. Man. I might just quit online poker in general, I think. And just go do something else. And it just this isn't gonna work. I don't even mind losing that one. Like that aces, those ones don't really bother me that much. Well, they bother me, but they're not supposed to happen very often. And they don't really bother me. It's the consistent things that happen all the time that bother me. It's the, you can't get a spot where you can bet 3 times hardly ever against people who, It's stuff that you just can't. I just don't think it's normal. So, like the four straights, when you have a good hand, it's the whole thing. Just I don't get it. Doesn't make sense. It happens to everybody. You go watch anybody else play. You go. I mean, this kind of stuff doesn't happen to everybody. I mean, I watch people play for. You watch people play for hours on end every day, and you don't see this kind of foolishness. But you'll see them get aces in against kings, and the guy will hit a king. I mean, yeah, that's one of their beats. We take those with about 30 other things on top. So can't do it. So anyway, I guess I'll sign off now, and that'll be it. I really wish I didn't win that leaderboard or get something for it, because I just want to do a fucking 6-month ban on stars and just be done with it. Now I gotta wait. Fuck. Yeah. And then you got that leaderboard thing on top. There's something screwy with that. I mean, the fact they can track all your cards, and I mean, any site can do that, but they know exactly what hands you made, what hands you haven't made. They know exactly. They know exactly what's going on in every hand. They tell me they do. Yeah, they do. Uh, I honestly, I don't even really know what to do now. I know Stars is out. I know that. I know. We refuse to pay $1 more rake at this fucking hellhole. Refuse. I'm gonna ban myself. Hope, but maybe for life. Maybe I'll just close my account. For good. Are you allowed to do that? I'm pretty sure you can. Put a lifetime ban in. That way I'll never be back. Ever. There's nothing to come back to Stars for. What? To play 25 Zoom? No. The game's dying on there anyway. There's no reason to even be here. So, yeah. I honestly tried this time. I really did. But I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it might be different. I got no answers. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to do something. I don't know what. Deal is off. Uh, deal is off. Figure something else out besides online poker to get there, I think. He ain't good to play on GG. He can't beat the rake, so can't play on stars because it's fucking. There's something wrong with it. Rigged as fuck. So you're gonna get one BB. That's what you can get against players with any 2 cards. So no options. Gotta play 52 hours a week to get the rake back. Oh man, what a disaster. What a disaster. Absolute disaster. Yeah. I can't believe it. I really can't. Like I'm just kind of I don't even know. My head is just spinning. It's just I don't even know what to think. Like there's so many conspiracies running through my mind. This leaderboard thing freaked me out. The am I losing my marbles or what? Am I crazy? Like I'm sitting here just trying to think. Maybe in the heat of the moment I'm exaggerating it due to tilt, but man, I don't think I am. Like I think this stuff is happening. Like I really don't think it's in my mind. I honestly don't. Like am I losing it or what? Like my mind's I'm just spinning. Like my mind's just blowing. I don't even know what to think. uh, GG, you can't beat the rake on GG. You just can't. You're gonna pay 9 BB per 100 in rake. You can't beat the game. People are, but they won't in the long term. The unbeatable in the long term. You can play for rake back there. If you don't get PBI'd too hard, you get some rake back. But even if you get PBI'd, maybe eventually you would get decent rake back. But you're gonna play for no win rate on GG. Online poker is over. It's as simple as that. It's over. Stars is fucked. Anybody, nobody's winning on there. Everybody's a rake back grinder. It just is. It's over. Online poker is done. Let's do it for a little side income, if but don't. They don't want professional poker players. They don't want them. They've said that. That's why GG does the PPI and raises the rake. They don't want anybody to win. They want the money to stay on the site and get raked up. That's what they want. That is a fact of the matter. Anybody can say that's wrong. They can deny it. They can do whatever they want. It is true. So this is a bad idea to try and make money at this. You will make a little bit, very small, very tiny. What they let you make on stars. 1 BB. That's what everybody gets. Keep the money on the site. Let it get raked over and over. Yep. Yep. Rake the leaderboards so the fish get more money to play with. They can spend it at you say it's a promotion. Give it to the fish more than the regulars. So they spend it in the casino and they play with it on the tables. And it gets raked right back in play, raked over and over again. That's telling you, there's something going on. And I can't be a part of it, I don't think. So, I mean, we're only down, what, 6 buy-ins today. I mean, that's... So you can always explain it away with variance. Like, oh, it's just variance. Yeah. Yeah. It's a perfect fucking scam, this is. This racket is a perfect scam. Perfect scam. It's not a... I'm telling you, it's not a conspiracy theory. I would have been on GG a long time ago if it wasn't for the rake. Would have been over there already. There's nowhere to play. I've tried to play on stars. I can't. I just can't. Oh. I mean, I know variance happens. I know you're gonna play against fish and lose sometimes. I 100% get that. Done it live. Done it for years. Seen it. Played enough hands to see just about everything that can happen. Just about. Over the 8 million hands I've played, seen just about everything. Half of them almost on stars. Well, maybe not a half, maybe a little less. Maybe like 40%, 38%, let's call it. You can't consistently do it. It's like trying to beat a casino. Go to a casino and play. Blackjack has a very small edge. Casino has a very small edge in blackjack, like 0.5% or something. 0.5% edge. How many people have played blackjack with real cards, not counting cards, with the casino having a 0.5% edge? How many people can walk into a casino and play 8 million hands against the casino and walk away almost even? If the casino has a 0.5% edge, they play 8 million hands of blackjack against the casino with real cards. How many people can play 8 million hands and get that edge down to like less than 0.1%? 0.05%. Yeah. Well, nobody's ever going to play 8 million hands for one, but all adventurers bars to say it's never happened in the history of humanity. That anybody's... I'll bet after a lot of hands, the casino gets very close to that 0.5%. You can't beat them. You can't. You can't even beat them for 0.25% over the long run. Or else they would rig the game in their favor more, so they make more money. They're breaking even on it. So I believe you can play fish who play this way and win a fraction of their win rate for a while. I'll buy that. I know that can happen. Seen it. It can't happen. It cannot go on for this many hands. I refuse to believe it. I don't believe. No, who? Man, that would mean that... I don't even know what that means. I just want a real deck. A real deck with randomly shuffled, and let's play cards. with a real deck. That's all I want. That's it. So let's go do it. I would play for, if I had the money, I'd play for any amount against someone who's gonna play a 6-max game with the average VPIP with 3 players at every. I'll even play Zoom in real life. 3 players at every table who are fish with a real deck. I'm gonna say they can't beat me. I'm gonna say they can't do it. So they can own stars somehow, or very close to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a job, I guess. Need to build a bankroll. It'll be way faster. Can't do it on stars. I would build it on stars eventually, but I can't go through it. I can't go through it. I don't think I can't face another any 2 card proposition where we're on the losing end of it. I can't face another worst card in the deck in a big pot. I just can't. I can't face it. I can't. I mentally cannot do it. I've tried my hardest actually. I just ain't got it in me to do it. So has to be job or GG, but GG you can't really win, so you're screwed. Got no options. We're toast. Oh man. Unless I'm just bad at the game. That could be playing a role in it, that I'm not as good as I think I am. Which I don't think I'm that good to begin with. I just think I'm better than the people I'm playing against. By some of them. Let's break this down now. I've tried to do this before, but some of them miles. I mean, you're not even in the same. Like the guy with that King Jack, the guy with all these players doing this stuff. You're not even in the. I mean, let's face it. We're better than that. What about the regulars? The Fiesta. Better than Fiesta? I think so. I think we'll have an edge on Fiesta in the long run. Who's another regular? I don't know. I can't think of any more, but there's a few of them. Who else? Trying to think of the other regulars. I Will Pro. Yeah, that guy. Haven't played a ton. Played quite a bit with him, but we don't really get into that many pots. Haven't really seen his post flop play that much. Him, Super User. He thinks I'm better than he is because he came to my stream and said that. But I don't know. I played a bit with him. Pretty good when he's got the nuts. The rest of the time, maybe not. Yeah, I Will Pro. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he's better than me by some margin. I don't think you're going to find 10 people in the pool that are way better than me. At any time of day. And I'm talking way better, like, you know, they're going to beat me after rake. I don't think there's a player in the pool that's going to do that. They're not going to beat me for 7 blinds and 6 max. At 25 and L, there's not a player that can do that in that pool. There's just no way. I'm not losing 7 blinds to any player in that pool. Impossible. Might be losing to some of them though, but don't know if it's variance, so I don't know. So I don't think it's because I'm that fishy. I don't think that's the problem. I'm just trying to think of where could the mistakes be coming from? Folding too. I mean, I'm hand picking these spots like that ace jack hand. That's not a standard play from me. That's not a play I'm going to make against everybody. To check raise flop, bet turn, and then get it in with 1 pair on turn. Like that's not something that's going to happen against everybody. It's happening against that guy. In the the ace queen one played itself, the one with the flush draw. That guy, I can't explain it. I'm trying to work it out. I can't figure it out. Bad run, maybe? I just don't think bad runs last that long. Man, that would have to be awfully fucking bad, like, to not... Man, that would have to be, like, an anomaly like no other. Just take a deck of cards and run them out. Jesus Christ, I've done it. Just do it. Just run them out. Just run out the runoffs. Just deal yourself. Steal a flop. Just deal one flop with yourself having ace king or something on like king 9-3. Or like king 9-5. And just see how often you would be able to bet 3 streets. Or even just bet the turn. We won't even go 3 streets. We'll just say how often do you even get a decent turn card to bet. I mean, it happens quite often. You know, happens quite often. And if you don't get a good turn card, sometimes you get a good river. Maybe pot control turn, bet check bet, or bet check, or whatever. No, it's bet flop, bet turn, get raised because they got the nuts. Or bet flop, bet turn, river makes it such that you can't bet. 4 straight, flush card, both, middle card, plus flush. What else? Getting jammed on the river because they just have it. And you just, I mean, I can't figure it out. I can't. Variance, I guess. Where's the other side of the variance, though? Where's that? Where's the... I mean, that uptick I had, half of that was same as that ace-9 hand I had earlier. Half of that uptick was just people having absolutely nothing and just giving it away. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even be winning. I'd be a break-even player. If it wasn't for the gift. Like the gifts. I'd be an actual break-even, like 0.3 BB winner, maybe. In this pool. Over hundreds of thousands of probably, over 1 million hands now at 25, I think I played. I don't think that's possible. I don't think you'd have to be in the bottom. That would be so unlikely, man. But ain't no point in thinking about it. I can't figure it out. So I'll just pour some more tea and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Figure something out, I guess. Ain't gonna involve stars though, I'm pretty sure. We'll see how I can play there. I just don't see how. Traumatized, man. You can't even bet your hand half the time. You're just worried all the time that... Yeah. I don't know. I gotta go to the balcony and think about it, I guess, and really... Alright, though, I'll figure something out, I'm sure. With this... Let's see, this here... yeah. We're winning at 2.3 BB per 100 this year, right on the schnozzle. 2.3 BB per 100. Over 66,000 hands. 2.3 BB. We're on the button. But the problem with that is that's not going to last. I've done this many times now. We're going to be back to the... And that's not even that good. And that's my best run. That's my best. That's one of my good runs is two big blinds. Holy fuck. Uh, holy smokes. Yeah, I mean we won 15 buy-ins. Here's your there's your 25 vanilla right there. 2.3 BB. Almost just getting very close back to, I mean, it's break even for most of it. One little uptick and now the downtick. There's no edge there. There's no running at EV as well, so there's no edge there. So all I can think of is that we suck. Hmm. Uh, I'd be alright if I didn't think it was a scandal. I don't know. Maybe is variance that crazy though? I want to know because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time on something that it doesn't matter how you play. Maybe variance can be that crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, man, that's just hard to believe that it is. I'm gonna look at some sims. Huh? It could be that it's if you have a 4 BB win rate with this, let's say, is 90 or so, and you play, I don't know, a good sample of 500,000 hands. The people would call that. Nobody has that sample, so it must be a good one. You would be winning at 1.45 to 6.55 BB. At the 95% interval, 95% of the time. 70% confidence, you're at 2.73. Take more. Let's double it. 1 million. 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. It's about what I've played at 25-0 so far, I think. The EV win rate is, my EV win rate? Mine's very tiny. My EV win rate is extremely small. I'll tell you what it is. Mine at 25-0 over the sample I've got. I don't have my whole sample here, but I've got 411,000 hands with a 1.2 BB win rate. 1.2. So that's my EV BB per 100 at 25-0. 1.2. So just barely above break even. This month it is 1.1 this month. 1.8 EV this month. Here it is here. 1.8 over the 34,000 hands this year. It is 2.3 EBBB. So only 66,000 hands though. I think the 400,000 hand sample would be probably more accurate than that, I would think. So, and I got way more hands than this somewhere. I don't know what happened to them, but they're somewhere. And I can, yeah, I can. It's about like that. It's about 1.2 to 1.4, something like that. So if you put your win rate in for that, I mean, it's not, you know, I mean, it's crazy. You can lose over 1 million hands with that kind of a win rate. It's possible to lose. So, a 4 BB winner though should be winning at over 2, 95 in the 95 percentile, and 70% of the time should be at 3. I've never been at 3 in my entire life at 25 zoom. So, safe to say we're not a 3 BB winner, I think. Yeah, you combine all the all the hands at all the stakes, minus the tiny stakes, I guess. You're 15 out, but this ain't all of them anyway. But you got 538,000 hands with a 1.7 EVBB. That's with all the tiny stakes and stuff included, though. Just 15L and let's say I'll do just 50.25 to 0.50. Let's see. So 50 nil. So we got 530,000 hands at 1.6 EV. 1.6 at 530,000 hands. I'll plug in 530,000. 530. Yeah. You could be at 1.5 to 6.47, and 70% of the time you'd be at 2.76. Never seen that though. That's the problem. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd say it points to kind of a weak player. If you ask me, running just slightly below EB, 0.2 BB below EB at 25, and 50. We've only played 118,000 hands, so EV of 2.4 there. But that's not all of them. It'll be way lower than that. We barely break even. Maybe same as 25 there. So and like I say, if that's the way variance works against the worst players you can possibly, just about the worst players, just about the worst players. Like, you're not going to find softer games. Let's just say that. I don't think you're very likely to run on the bottom end of the spectrum when you're against really bad players, when you're in really good games. I don't think. But I guess the win rate's the win rate, and the standard deviation is, mine's not even that high. Mine's like 85 maybe. So that'll change it slightly. Yeah, it's even worse. Even worse. So, yeah. Possible. I know it's possible, but it's very unlikely. I don't know how anybody plays poker then, really, because you could play. That's kind of crazy. I guess it's not that likely though that you run that far. Like, the black line is where you're supposed to be if that's your true win rate. I mean, what are the odds you run at half of that or less? What are the odds you run at 1/4 of that for for a million hands? Not very likely. Not very likely. So maybe the players aren't as bad as that. Like, I'm trying to figure this out before I quit. Maybe the players aren't as bad as I think. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not as good as. Maybe I don't think. Maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. Which I don't think I'm that good anyway. But I'm not some Zoom master, fucking Jeremiah little fella. Nothing like that. Although I don't see what they do a whole lot different than what I would do in most spots. If you I watched them play, reviewed the hands that do a lot, maybe different bet sizes on the flop. They might do like where I'm betting 1/3, they might bet bigger, or in a 3-bet pot. Sometimes a spot where maybe I bet a size different to what they would or something, but nothing that's going to change your win rate by massive amounts, really. Maybe folding too much, not bluff catching enough. What else could it be? No, I don't know. Game's all luck. 90% luck. It is possible to run pretty bad. Like, you can over quite a big sample. You really can't differentiate between. Hmm. mean, that does look a lot like my graph, doesn't it? This one. That's pretty much what mine looks like. It looks a lot like that. You look at the graph and you compare it to that bottom line. You look at this bottom line here, and you look at mine. It looks very similar to that. This one looks very similar. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. I just feel so stupid now that I can't figure this out. Uh, uh, well, yeah, I don't know. I did catch some rigging the leaderboard. I will say that, or someone was exploiting it in some way. That is a guarantee. That's a fact of the matter. Did catch them in the act there. That's 100% true. 100% true. That guy is nowhere to be seen now. Man, should never be playing on stars, man. Not after seeing now. What am I doing? What am I doing? What is anybody doing on here? Maybe at higher stakes it'll be all right. The players are smart enough to catch on to it. I honestly think. I mean, I don't know what to think. I'm so fucking confused and just bewildered by the whole thing. I don't even know what to do. Sit here and just talk to myself. That's what I'm doing. Sit here and talk to myself, trying to figure this out. What to do? I don't know what to do. I feel like I've got too much invested in poker to give it up. I feel like I've too many study hours, too much playtime, too much fucking suffering, too much, to just give it up. And I feel like I'm a good enough player to do well. Like honestly, I don't want to brag or anything, but I feel like I'm good enough to do as good as players who are doing quite well. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm good enough to do that. So, yep. I don't think it's rigged. I don't know what's wrong. Variance, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I am winning. That's the thing. Like, I'm not losing. I am winning. Got the graph to. Got a winning graph. It's just not very much. Uh, So you can see the graph. It's not losing, but it's just not the best. Right? It's this year. Not enough hands, obviously, but all time we can look at it. Running above EV somehow. That's the all-time graph. That's not a losing graph by any means, but it's not. It's barely winning over that many hands, really. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of... It's a long fucking break-even stretch to have against fish, man. What is that? 130,000 to... Christ. 200,000 hand break-even stretch in there, which I guess is stand... Well, we started off with 100,000 hands break-even or more, and then an uptick, and then a downtick, which always happens after an uptick. You get a pretty big downtick. And then we break even, uptick, downtick of equal size, uptick, downtick, uptick, downtick, downtick, little uptick, little uptick, little uptick, little uptick, down, little uptick, down, which that's going to be standard. You're going to have downticks, but after every uptick, there's always, you know, it's just very consistent. It's up, down, like look at this, up, equally as big, down, up, equally as big, down, up, almost as equally as big, down, up, equally as big, down, up, almost equally as big, down. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah. Winning, how much is that in money? Let's put it in dollars. Let's change it from big blinds to dollars. USD. The big ones. US dollars. There you go. Yeah, winning $3,267 and 500,000 hands is, whew. Yeah. That's pretty good. You'd be winning if you grinded hard, like real hard, you'd make $7,000 a year. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And it's the stake. Well, it is the stakes. Yeah. Plus your rake back on top. You know, you'd make this much in rake back or more. Probably more. Every 100,000 hands you'd make, I don't know. I can't remember. You make about $600 every 100,000 hands, so you double this. Make this 6,000. And then double the sample. $12,000 a year. US, which is about probably 17 or 18,000 Canadian. Which is pretty horrific. Yeah, double it at 50. Yes, it would be double at 50. That is correct. You would be yep. Yep. 1.75 BB per 100. That's what we're winning at across all stakes. But that's with stakes involved that I don't play. So if you change that to this only stakes that I've got a sample at, it'll go down 1.7. Yeah, running above EB. So I run good. See, this is running well. It gets way worse than this. Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah, not good. Man, I don't know. Yeah, winning, but not very much. But if you played your 50, what is it? To do that twice, you get 225. Plus from the leaderboard, you probably get $25 a week, I think, average. If you play them all every week. I think you'd probably get $250 a week in rake back. And then you'd play like, I don't even know, 47,000 hands. 47,000 hands divided by 100 times 0.25. You'd make another $120 a week. plus 250. That's at a 1 BB win rate. You'd make maybe $370 to $400 a week, US. We'll just call it 400 even. 400 divided by, you're making $7.50 an hour, US. That's what you would get. Just enough to be poor as fuck. And that's running good. What if we run below EB? What's going to happen? Here's that guy's here's the rigged leaderboard. I still got screenshots of it on the desktop here. There he is. This was all the same day. I got 2,300 points. He had 4,000. Winning every fucking one of them. Variance. What are these guys gonna do though? If the variance can hit you that hard, what's a how are these guys doing it? I wonder. How do you do it? Alright. Oh, it's something up with it. I mean, obviously, there's just impossible. I mean, that's just like so there was something messed up with it. I mean, all of these are from the same day. There was the first two. Here's another one where he's in second. There. And then this one, he's in first. He's just winning them all. And then there was this one where he's in first place on the 200 NL one. All in the same fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 5 leaderboards there for no limit. And that's not including the 100 NL one that I didn't get a screenshot of. He won that one as well. He won the 100 and the 200. So he won the 100, the 200, 3 other ones, and came in out of 5 leaderboards. He got 4 firsts and a second on the one day. The day before that, he did almost the same thing. He got 3 firsts and a second. And I didn't even look at the Omaha ones. And then the next day, the third day, it was the same thing. He won 3. Plus, he won all the Omaha ones that day. He was in first. I think he was in third. Or no, he was in 50th in one. That's right. He didn't make the cut in one, but he was winning all of them, basically. So, they didn't explain it. They didn't say anything. They just changed it, and he's gone. They didn't say a word about it. Nothing. Now you get half the points you did. And he's just nowhere to be seen. You can look at it. You just try to find him. You can't find him anywhere. He was here every day. I was looking for him, stalking him every day. He was here, especially on the PLO one. So you start at 2NL, he's nowhere to be seen. You can go through the whole thing. You won't find him. He's nowhere. You can go to the 5NL, he's nowhere. You can go through the whole thing. You won't find him. That's PLO. And then the 10, he's nowhere. This guy wins a lot. And this guy wins a lot, and this is the guy who shoved all in over my open too, which I thought was weird. So maybe there was something to it that way. And then you got 25NL, he's nowhere to be seen. Or 25 PLO rather. 50 PLO, nope, nowhere to be seen. 100 PLO, nope, nowhere to be seen. And then you go to the no limit ones, and he's nowhere to be seen either. 1 cent. He's just nowhere. He's gone. He's not even playing them. You can look through the whole list, and he's not even there. So we're still in first in this one, though. For now. 4 hours left. The good thing about the 16NL one is not many people play 16NL right around dead hour. So yeah, it fucked everybody over. Where's the money? Where where's the money for that? That would be over $100,000 in rigged fucking leaderboards that it's just gone somewhere. Where is it? Don't know where it is. See, in a real regulated environment, that would be that happened in like in the Nevada one on WSOP where that little fella's playing. Oh man, they would be shut down. It would be front page news. They would be fined. There would be no, that wouldn't be allowed. That's why I say it'd be interesting to play like on the David K's Poker Stars. Be interesting to play on that one where they can't rig anything because it's all government audited and they go to prison for in the states especially. Oh my fuck! Don't mess with America when it comes to like ripping off the government and gambling. Oh man, you go to prison for holy fuck 6,000 years in prison for man. Even small time like casino cheats and stuff. Christ, man, they go to prison for you know. A guy wins like 80 grand and he got caught cheating. You might go to prison for like fucking 40 years for that. And they don't fuck around. So the Michigan, you're getting a fair shake on the Michigan Stars, the New Jersey Stars, the Pennsylvania Stars, and whatever's happening in Nevada. They're all gonna, and the ones in Ontario are all gonna be legit because they can't fuck around. Or well, they'll go to prison, and they would get caught. So you can't really compare sites that way either. Some are regulated. Ours really aren't. The UK doesn't really have any governing body over stars. The the UK just has its own little rules, like you can only deposit this much, or you have to, But there's no governing. Stars is can do whatever they want, and the UK government doesn't have a say over it or any sort of authority or any body to look into them or anything like that. Stars, stars.com that we play on answers to that gaming commission where they give them I don't know how many millions and hundreds of millions of dollars a year. So Stars pays them all this money to say they're legit. Whereas in America, the American ones, it's not like that. They might pay them money, but they they get investigated. They have to do audits and all kinds of tax stuff and everything. So it has to be above board. And it just so happens that's where everybody's winning. It's just big coincidence that all the good players, like David K was winning. He's not really winning now, but he will again, I think. Doing well. Little fella's doing well on the regulated sites. Who else? That one guy playing in front on the Italian version's doing well. That guy on the Spanish version's doing well. That guy on the French version's doing well. Everybody in Ontario, all the regulars are killing it. Don't know. I guess it's just players are better on the .com version, I suppose. I'm telling you, nothing adds up. You can go down the rabbit hole, up and down it. Anyway, I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do. Just to take my 1BB and play here or not. Yeah, I'm getting off as well, I think. I can't. I either gotta do it or I'm not. I gotta get the chest. Man, it's. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna play anymore or not. All right. I'll turn that off. What am I gonna do? Man, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Just running bed, I guess. Hmm. What to do? It's really hard to play for a lot of hours when you feel I just got this unsettled feeling of something's not right. This feeling of and that leaderboard thing, the whole leaderboard conspiracy didn't the whole leaderboard thing didn't inspire much confidence in the whole thing. But what? How can it be rigged though? It wouldn't. I mean, they put their. How can it be? How can it be? I know they have a big incentive to have no big winners. I know that. How can it be? How can it be rigged? Wouldn't the better players figure it out though? Probably just variance. His variance can be that crazy. Or would they figure it out? I mean, no one figured out the leaderboard was fucked. Nobody even noticed it. Or you can explain it away by variance. You can plug it into a calculator and say, yeah, this is within the threshold of variance. And, you know. But there are some good players who have played on stars and done very well. So that would. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how they could do it. That would actually be a good idea. Going to Ontario right now would have been, man, that would be. It's prime time over there at the moment, I think. Takes a lot of money to do something like that. You got to be well rolled as well. Well, not all of them. There's still players playing. Like, we got the games are running right now. These players are all good players. All these guys who are playing this game right here, they play every day, all day. This is a 200, and this is a tough game. This would be, as tough as you're gonna find for a fast fold game on the internet right here. This is about as good as it gets these days. This is about as good as it gets. Are they winning though? I don't know. Maybe everybody's like right around break even. But there are graphs of people winning, like CG won 3 or 4 big blinds at higher stakes a couple years ago. Jarrett Man did very well. It's probably just variance. It really and truly probably is. Just possible to not run that great over a lot of hands. And you have to. That's why you need a big bankroll. That's why you need. That's why you can't be in my situation and do this comfortably. Because you can have bad runs for. That's why you need. Well, maybe that's true too. Maybe it is. I mean, if I was gonna rig it, that's how I would do it personally. If I was running this, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey there, you little fat fella, how would you go about rigging this game?" Well, I would rig it at the lower stakes where nobody's gonna notice, nobody's gonna care, and I'd have the high stakes games legit, even the mid to high stakes games legit, and rig the rest because everybody's just gonna say, "Oh well, it's 10-0. They're a fish anyway. They can't win because they're they're just bad players. He's just a 25-0 donk. You know, he's complaining about breaking even at 25-0, and he's just a 25-0 fish. So there's no, and you can explain his sample through variance. That's how I would do it. That's exactly how I would do it. Nobody would ever know. It would seem on the up and up. But I don't think that's happening. I really don't. I think if you plug it into the variance calculator, what's happening to me is technically possible through just sheer variance. It is. It can happen. So that's probably how you explain it. And that's also why you need your ducks in a row. To do this for a living, you need your ducks in a row. You can't be like me. You can't be a erratic kind of here one day, gone the next kind of player. You can't do that. Even if you're a good player, you're not going to have success that way. Doesn't matter how good you are. You can't do it that way. You have to have a bankroll that you play with. You have to have a life roll to sustain. You got to do it like David K does. You got to have a life roll to sustain your bad patches of variance, because they can be variance is real. I guess you're gonna have bad runs, and it can last a long time. It's happened to many people. It's happened to people in real poker with real cards. Variance is a thing. It happens. Just like this variance here, 3-5 offsuit somehow beats queens there. Explain the leaderboard. If you keep the variance, if it was too out of whack, it would be too obvious. Well, maybe. You can't explain the leaderboard. That was something, there was a loophole that somebody figured out, or there was something wrong with it, or they rigged it, or something. That, you can't explain that through any variance. That's, like, I wasn't exaggerating when I said it was a Powerball, like, 10 times over. It really is. The statistical, if you run the numbers on it, it's, yeah. Yeah. It could be that you just can't, no matter what you do, you're going to be capped. It could be. Very well could be. I don't think so, though. I think I'm still within the normal realm of what you could run, and I'm not even playing like that seriously either. I'm not even doing it in a serious fashion, so you could say, well, maybe I have the ability to do better, but I'm not practically applying myself enough to, in practice to, achieve the better win rate, better overall results. Could be that. Yeah, you're not, they gotta keep it within reason. Yeah. I don't know. I think you still got some pretty big winners on here, though. It's not rigged against me personally. I don't believe that. There's nothing, why would they have anything personal against me? It's everybody is having the same kind of experience, I think. So, yeah, just a set over aces here. Oh, he hits the ace. Okay. 2-outer. Yeah. Yeah, I really do, whether it's rigged or not, I really do want to get out of online poker and play with real, where I know I don't have to worry. Oh, it's such a, sitting in a casino chair watching the cards, knowing that it's a randomly shuffled deck, not even by human hands. They have shuffling machines, but it's still completely random. There's no way to rig it. There's nothing nefarious going on. It's all above board. There might be some collusion now in live games, but that's even rare. So everything is in your, it's in your control to You still can't control the variance, but you know it's variance. You know that, and it just can't last forever, or else there would be no professional poker players. How would there even be poker players? It can't last forever. You know, it just can't. Not with a real deck of cards. It just can't. It just cannot happen. You eventually things turn. It just can't. It's impossible. If it was, then casinos would lose money. Sometimes, you know, and long-term money. I mean, if it could happen forever. What I was saying about the blackjack, casino has a 0.5% edge, or let's call it a one. I think that's in craps actually. So let's say the casino has a 1% or 1.5% edge in blackjack if you play perfect or whatever it is. There's no lifetime winners in blackjack, even with that small edge the casino has. There's no lifetime winners. So, is that true? Probably is. Yes, I would say you're correct there. That they make more money off of the high stakes doesn't even run. Like 500 Zoom doesn't even run hardly, so they're making more money off of like 2 and L than they are 500 and L. So yes, I would say the bread and butter is around the stakes I'm playing. 50 L, 25 L, 10 L, 5 L, up to 15 L. 15 L and below seems like where they'd be making their money. Yeah. Because they do have the biggest pools of players. So I mean, I pay at a $25 game. I pay $14 an hour when I play. So off one player, one person, at a 25 and L game, they're making $14 an hour off me. Over half a stack, I have to pay and rake an hour. So that's one player. So if I was one tabling, it would be 1/4 that. So what is 14? 14 times 0.25 equals $3.50 an hour off of every player at 25 and L per hour minimum. That's if they're all one tabling. They're not all one tabling. Some of them are 2, some of them are 3, some of them are 4. So they're probably making 6. You know, if the average player 2 tables, they're making $7 an hour off every single player in that pool. So, you know, what it seems like to me is happening is the fish who are going to lose money. This has been a known thing in online poker for a long time, or something that they've been trying to sort out for a long time, is the fish lose money very quickly in a reg-infested population of players, in a reg-infested pool. They've been trying to figure out how to make the fish lose slower. Make the fish lose slower. Keep the fish in the game to pay more reg. Because if the fish go broke fast, if the fish comes in and plays 3 hands, goes broke, he's out of the game. They don't get any more rake from that player. They want him to stick around and hang out and play more hands. So it's been a known thing that they want the fish. That's why PVI happens. That's why GG gives fish, losing players, more rake back than a winning player. Is because they want the fit. They take the they take the winning player's rake back and give it to the fish, so the fish can play more and they get to rake the money more. That's how it works. That's why I get 10% challenges on stars, and a losing player gets 40% rake back. Because they want to keep raking the money over and over. So, what it seems like to me is the fish win more than they're supposed to with any 2 cards, any random play. They win more often to keep them in play, right? To keep their money in the game so they can keep raking it. So, that's what it seems like to me. Now, that might not, it could just be variance, but it just seems to me the fish get, they flop more sets, they make more hands, they you know, they don't lose at the rate that they should. So you slow the fish's loss rate down. You keep them in play. You get to rake the money more, right? Because the fish don't take the money out the site. The regs do. I cash off. They don't want that. They don't want money leaving the site. They want money to stay on the site. So it's like tax. It's like the government taxing the same money over and over. They want the money in the accounts, on the tables, so they can rake it over and over. They don't want money to leave the site. Fish don't cash out. Losing poker players don't cash out. So winning poker players do. And also, losing poker players are more likely to make punts. So I don't have access to the casino on stars, but if a fish wins whatever amount, $200, some fish wins $200 playing poker, there's a decent chance that fish, before it leaves their account, before they make it to the cashier to cash it out, there's a decent chance they lose it in the casino, because a fish is a gambler. A fish is going to play casino games as well as poker typically, or sports bet or whatever. Almost always. If you go to any casino and you look at a you look at a player who's a fish at a poker table, almost always you'll see them playing other games. They'll go throw a 20 in the slots. They'll sit at the blackjack table. They'll go play the craps. They'll whatever. Almost always. And it's the same with online. A fish typically is going to sports bet. They're going to go to the casino games. So it's in their interest to have the fish with winning more than they're supposed to, for sure. Very, very, very big incentive to have no big winners and no big losers. Everybody break even, money stays on the site, and we just get to rake it until there's none left. And then you have to redeposit and do it all over again. So that could be happening, right? But we don't know if that's happening. That's just a theory. That's possible. That's possible. I can't prove that that's happening. But it's a possibility. It could be happening. So, is it? I don't know. But it also could be variance too. Could just be running bad. Maybe eventually it'll turn around and you'll be like, remember that run I had that time for 1 million hands or 3 million hands where it was, pulling teeth every day? Remember that? That could be it too. I don't know. Yeah, the leaderboard was either malfunctioned, there was a bug in it somehow, or something. There was something going on. What it was, I don't know. But they did change it, and now that guy's gone. So I would say he probably figured out a loophole with it. And they, something. I don't know. But there was something wrong with it. I mean, that would be enough to make someone not play here, I think. He could have been. Could have been. I mean, there's no governing body to this. There's no one overseeing it that's gonna, it's not like Las Vegas. It's not like, like I was telling Mike, you do this stuff in the real world. You like that leaderboard thing in Las Vegas somewhere. Look the fuck out, because you're gonna be in big trouble. Because they will. They send people to prison. They issue fines. Stars answers to nobody. That's the thing. There's no regulator involved here that has to keep them in line. There is that one commission in the Isle of Man or whatever the fuck it is, but Stars basically owns that. It's like they're auditing themselves. It's it's like Trudeau's government investigating himself, saying he did nothing wrong. That's what Stars now in the Stars in the States, where it's in Michigan and New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Different story. They answer to the states, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, whatever gaming commission each state has. They 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 get regulated by those commissions, those governing bodies, those gambling might be alcohol and gambling commission or whatever, alcohol and tobacco or whatever it is. There's different ones, but each state has their own, and they yeah, they answer to these regulators. So if something's amiss, they on in Nevada, online poker in Nevada is regulated and legalized there. If you use a HUD in Nevada, just a HUD, like I'm using now, if you use a HUD, that's a felony. Just as a player, if a player is using a HUD, heads up display like a hand tracker like I use on Stars now, that's a felony in the state of Nevada. That's prison time just for using a HUD. Now, these casinos have been caught in scandals before. They're not gonna, it's not gonna be rigged in the States. Can't be. There's too much. Prison time is a good deterrent for moves like that, typically. So, I would trust those. Ontario, not so much. Who knows what's going on there? Canadian government kind of applauds criminals and criminal behavior. So, I don't know. But then it could just be variants too. So, the leaderboard might have just been a glitch. Somebody figured out a glitch. Leaderboard was a glitch. I'm going through some bad variants for an extended period. Also not very professional. Don't conduct myself in a very professional way. With the scatterbrained kind of sessions and no schedule, no real grind going on. You could explain my small win rate. It maybe got all the ability in the world, but that doesn't mean, maybe you are better than the players, but not doing it right, basically. That's probably more likely than rigged, to be honest. Some bad variants and bad conduct. So, that's what I would lean towards. I mean, you're gonna get unlucky. I just don't understand how these cards always come off, though. Like, look at this. Like, just the most action fucking rivers always. Another thing is about action cards and action boards is, why do you get a lot of action cards and action boards? Well, the bigger the pot is, the more rake they make. Stars has a lot of action boards. It's always the action card. It's always a lot of 4 straights, a lot of like boards run off where big plots can be played. That's another way of making more money, is if you have more action boards. And it seems like, I don't know. Fuck, I'm just... A lot of coolers is good. A lot of coolers. That's big pots. Coolers, all in. A cooler is big hand versus big hand. A lot of coolers means big maximum rake, basically. Cap the rake every hand. If you get an all-in situation or big pot, you get to cap the rake every time or more often. That's another way to make more money. Bigger the pot is, the more rake they take. So there is incentive to have bigger pots played, which would explain the weird runoffs we get all the time. The 4 straights and all the big hands, all the sets they flop in 3-bet pots. Like, it's virtually guaranteed to be a big pot when someone flops a set in a 3-bet pot. That happens all the time. Yeah, that wasn't a very good defense of Stars there. But that might not be true. Maybe it's in my mind. Maybe it's in my imagination. Maybe I'm crazy. Here we go. Here's a cooler. Look at this. Aces versus ace king versus queens. I mean, this is going to happen sometimes, but they get the maximum rake here. Cap the rake. Maximum. They cannot make more money in a hand than they just made right there. That's the maximum rake they can get. Three-way all in pre-flop. Yep. Maximum. How much rake did they make there? I'll tell you how much rake they just made off that hand. They made a grand total of... they made $3 on that hand. $2.75 Stars made in one hand. That doesn't sound like a lot. But I play 1,000 hands an hour. So... and I'm one person. These guys will play 1,000 hands an hour as well. If they're four tabling, which a lot of them are. So it doesn't sound like much, but you make $1, $2 per hand, and you deal whatever it is. I don't even know how many thousands of hands they'll deal an hour. You deal whatever it is. Deal 10,000 hands an hour and take $1.50 every time. You start raking in 15, 20 grand an hour off one stake. That's the kind of money this place is making. Like, it's that much. So, let's see a smaller pot. That one wasn't smaller. They made $2.70. Say cap the rake. Cap the rake. So the rake cap looks like it's $2.75 three ways. Yep, cap the rake. Cap the rake. Every pot's a rake cap. Every one we watch. So I don't know what to do. I'm totally lost now. I've freaked myself out to the point where I don't think I can come back. It's probably just variance though, I think. Probably is. Maybe. Yeah. I hate having to worry about it though. Fuck. Always in the back of your mind that something's going on. It's not good. Am I still winning the leaderboard though? That's the real question. There's only a few hours left. And we are still first place so far. 3 hours and 33 minutes remain. It's weird that I point that out about the leaderboard and then win one for the first time ever. Literally, as long as I've played On Stars, this will be my... If I win this leaderboard, it's going to be my first one ever. Right after pointing out that it was rigged. I guess this is... Holy fuck, another coincidence, I guess. Oh my god. Well, I guess I'll go outside once more and then figure out what I'm going to do. I got to do something. It's either variance or it's not. Which is it? I wish I knew, because then I would know what to do.